I don't really want the washing in the shop. Maybe my autumnal flowers. And I should be getting my linen stuff. I will get that. But first of all, I wanted to say welcome to the Yarnchix podcast news episode. This is an occasional occurrence where I record a little news episode. This time especially so because Lino Muka Knit Along has finished. We finished on the 1st of September. I'd extended by about 10 days after our original end date was going to be like end of August. I kind of gave another little bit of time, and we've had lots of entries and I've finished lots of things. So I'm going to scoot off. I'm going to leave you with a little kind of visual intro to show some of my Mimi makes, and whilst I get my linen projects. And also why I decided to record this special news episode was to introduce the kind of noisy buggers in the background. We've adopted 2 kittens. So my friends at the Bauwagen had a litter of 4 kittens, and 2 of them moved in with us here in Berlin. Charlie and Isla are the most beautiful tigresses in the world. I'm so chuffed that we have them here with us. I'm sure every now and then the 2 kittens will make an appearance here on the podcast. I'll show them to you in a minute. Welcome back. So between me starting to film, I think it was Monday, and now I've had some technical hiccups, so I'm really sorry. I can film again now, so I hope you've got your drink. Yeah, information. It's Sunday, 25th of September, which is, I wanted to have uploaded this by Friday and, you know, share the winner of the Lino Muka Knit Along and all of that in good time last week, but it's Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. I'm having my first coffee and it's glorious. And I've now brought all my linen knits from the Lino Muka Knit Along. We knit with Lino Muka, a 100% linen yarn that my work has as their kind of in-house brand. So it's the Berlin yarn base, and you can find out all about it from rewatching any of my podcasts, especially the summer editions, because I've been running this summer knit along since I think 4 years now. This was the 4th year running, so that's like a tradition now. And to qualify as, you know, for a prize at the very end of our knit along, which this year was the 1st of September, so 3 weeks ago, almost 4. To qualify, you simply have to take part and share some posts on Instagram so that I can find them. I've checked, we had 59 posts, and I guess that includes me, so I will draw a winner from all those posts, because for Lino Muka Knit Along, it doesn't matter whether you finish. If you just have a plan, a dream, it's about crafting alongside each other. We mainly knit, and also crochet or any other crafts, embroidery, anything would be welcome. I'm thinking about renaming it Lino Muka Cal with a C next year, but I think you know that you're welcome with all your crafts and all your creativity, so I hope we can just stick to it. It has been so much fun, and this year I've been very productive. So I've brought the 4 items I have. Yeah, I actually finished 5, including a children's knit where I double dip with my own knit along, which is Magic 3 Mile knit along for kids items. And all I have left is this kind of watercolor painting. It's this child size parachutey Stephen West knit pattern. The parachutey is not yet one that he's published as a pint-sized version, but I have a really cool friend, Julia, who is me and Simone on the Instagram, and she shares a hack in her Instagram stories of how to make this rather flowy, oversized tunic type top for an adult into a kid-sized version. So this was finished and gifted, and now I have and I'll just quickly show you what I made. I made the flatter butt set. So I've got the flatter butt shorts. Very cool. I love wearing them. I feel like I own this place when I wear it, and so I think it's a super cool pattern. It's by Jessie May or Jessie Martinson, and her designs are very body positive. They make you feel like you're in your own, and I really love that about them. And I love this texture. So I held 3 strands of Lino Muka, and I think this actually weighs somewhere near 300 to 340 grams. I'll weigh it and put the grams over the top so you know about how much roughly you'd need to consider. They are super oversized. Like, I guess people use their shoulders to work out the size, and you can tell it's a big pair of shorts. It looks very skirt-like, but I absolutely love it. And I finished, this is the last thing I finished, the flatter butt shirt to go with it. So now I have this cool set, and I wouldn't have this without my friend Lucy. She gifted me the Dusty Rose Lino Muka when she'd worked out that for her hands, she just loves wool, and she wasn't enjoying knitting with linen, so she handed me the linen, and then I had to add, I think, a skein or 2, because also at the end of my holiday, so at the end of the last podcast, episode 56, you will realize how I'm like, I've run out, I can't finish this. I realized afterwards that that was also because of the first knit I'd made. This is a James N. Watts. It's called the Sungazer Sweater, and I made a sunny and a moony side, and on both sides I have some of the Dusty Rose knitted into it, and I'd completely forgotten that I'd actually delved into this stash of Dusty Rose. This is by far the bestest thing I've ever made. Like, well, everything's always the best thing, especially when you cast off. This is obviously the best thing right now, but this was so much fun, and I love wearing it. I should definitely be wearing it whilst it's still slightly mild, and I will be wearing it through autumn with a shirt or like a cardigan. It's amazing. So you can watch back all or any of my episodes and see these makes. Last in this Lino Muka roundup is a test knit that I knitted for James as well. So their amazing rib lace raglan, and I love it. I originally planned to add sleeves because I was going to wear this as an outfit to a family celebration, and I thought I'd be wearing it over a dress, but the dress I ended up wearing had these dramatic sleeves, so I decided to use it as a layer underneath. I've got one funny selfie that I will include here just so you see how I wore it and how I loved it. It's in the grass green colour, which hardly translates on this camera. It's less grey. Like, I wish the camera would go dark, and I know some podcasters do this and then it works, but I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not so... But yeah, I absolutely love it. Again, something that makes me feel like me. And I highly recommend knitting this. It's only 4 skeins because there's all this air, all these holes that you knit. So here you go. That's the 4 my size things I finished. And there is so many amazing projects that were finished this year in the make along. Not just garments, there's also scarves, like shawls, there is tops and a cardigan, and there's so many lovely things. Please do go and check out the people, and I'm, without further ado, gonna use random numbers to find a winner amongst our posts, and then I can show you that because I'm gonna just use my phone. Hang on, I'm gonna edit this a bit so it speeds up my process. So I often use this true number service, true number generator here. So I'm gonna add in our numbers. We had 59 posts this year. Well done, crew, well done. And so you see 59, and I'm gonna press 59, generate. So post number 51, let's go and check out who that was. Because on Instagram it's really good. You can do so by adding recent, I can have them in the order of appearance, and there you see it's me. So I'm in there several times, but I'm gonna count back from the back. So it's 59, 58, 57. So it's one of the last posts, I guess. 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51. It's Ursula, look, and a beautifully colored version of the Mount Pleasant tee. Look at that lace detail. What a gorgeous top. And I'm hoping, actually, because Ursula is one of the people who joined me in the Liebeswedding Stricke, in our monthly knit night here locally, so I can hand over the prize. And I know Ursula already has the most recent zine that I was going to give away, but I will gift her the little mending zine. And she will have her dream zine. She's recently asked me for the zine number 3, which was my Portugal, the special edition. So I'm reprinting that. I'm reprinting zine. So I was looking to have that. She has won the linen flower pin by Vollen, and a really cool bag by Safe Passage bags, kindly donated by Zara. This can be worn both as a rolled up bag, as well as this way around or that way around, and all the profits of this bag, when purchased, went to the Safe Passage NGO. So I'm very excited that, and it's very kind of Zara to have donated this bag. Then also I'm gifting my summer knitting bag. So I hope these like 2 bags, zines and a pin, will make Ursula very happy. Thank you everyone for joining in this year's Liinumuka Knit Along, and let's do it all again next year. I'm definitely very excited to come up with some projects I want to do. I'm gonna knit more holding 1 or 2 strands, because like now I have this beautiful array. I don't know what will I need to make next year. We will see. I hope you had a great time. Okay, that was another little visual medley of what I'd knitted. I wanted to also tell you about the different things that will be happening in my Patreon page. So I usually record these Yarnchix news in order to give a bit of an overview, and this one comes especially because it's September, so maybe you can guess what's gonna happen next month. Well, I will tell you about all the Patreon tiers, but I need to announce another thing early on in case somebody disappears from here and then goes, oh, I missed that. Because it's Stashment season. What we have started in this community has been so brilliant. We've started swapping stash calendars, so we make minis from our own stash yarn. Sometimes, you know, cracking into that precious skein and just winding like 10 grams of a real rare treat of yarn. And we make calendars that are countdown calendars for special occasions around December. We've had Hanukkah calendars, we've had solstice calendars, we've had New Year's Eve calendars, and we obviously have kind of Adventy Christmas calendars. I always really appreciate everyone being very honest, what they kind of wish for, what they're able to create, and we have a swap that is international. Most of the times, if you are on a certain continent, I will pair you with people there. We've had sign-ups ranging, we've had sign-ups from all over the world, and I'm very excited to open up the kind of the first lot of join in Stashment. Come on, let's create from stash and let's share the magic of our own stash. Often it's sock yarns, and we've had fabric and all sorts of other magical treats, obviously stitch markers, or I don't know, little things will be added, and it's a beautiful, beautiful way of the community getting together. I'm starting a little newsletter sign up, so I think once this is up, I will have a link for a newsletter where you can find the actual, because we need to fill in a little questionnaire. There's some kind of details that I need you to share, maybe color preferences, ideas, the celebration you would like to count down for, and all of this. And we have plenty of time. I think I will open them now, so end of September, and sign-ups run until kind of mid-October, end of October, because we need to actually get going, stash dive, and make sure we send out those calendars in time for celebrations. I know that maybe some of you have taken part in the past, and I thank you so much for joining in. It's been one of the highlights of the darker seasons, and definitely the golden thread throughout my Vlogmases. So if you're nosy about it, go back to Vlogmas 2021 or Vlogmas 2020 to see me unpack and chat about this much more. Just here to say, let's go guys, let's stash dive. And also to show you, because I've just recently gathered my massive 2021 still not finished Stashment project. It's ginormous, and this is as part of the Stashment. We obviously also craft alongside each other with all these minis, and this is what I then realized that, oh my god, I'll be working on this blanket forever. It's the Hibernation Throw by Curious Handmade, and look, all this is my Stashment calendar. And then from here, kind of from this point on, I started using some of my own stash as well. So we called it the Stashment Stash Cal. And I'm excited to see you guys post some of your progress, because the idea is to actually finish before Stashment 2022. But look, yeah, so I've turned the corner. Made a mistake with the decreases at first, but I'm going to block that out like crazy. And yeah, this is the part where you see I stopped weaving in ends. Here I've woven in ends, so this kind of halfway point. Well, I guess I've got, look, this is like a 1 meter needle. Oh, I've got a fair bit to knit still, I guess, until December. So I better get going. But I'm very excited. I love the colors and I love this project, and I love that we'll have this big blanket hug by friends. This time it was Frauke who sent me a calendar, and there's so many Scandinavian yarny goodness, like a Gotland yarn, and there's lots of hand-dyed treats, and there's some plant-dyed yarns from her, and I've got fabrics, so I'm gonna start adding that to the family quilt as well, and I will start kind of sewing a little bit more for Magic 3 Miles. So I warmly invite you to join us for Stashment, and I will obviously be reporting about that. I'm excited to start my own newsletter, and I warmly invite you to sign up to my Substack newsletter. It's going to be like a free newsletter because I have Patreon. Maybe I will start writing in more detail and adding like paid for tiers or something, but I have got Patreon and people support me there, and I'm really grateful for that support already. I don't need to start another support thing. I just want to share a newsletter, especially when I have these kind of sign-ups and questionnaires and links to products maybe that I'm up to, but there will also be things that I enjoy at the moment. There will be some kind of mending tips and tricks, and I will just be enjoying that new outlet now that I have a little bit more time in this colder season, with a change of work, where in the actual colder season where we make and mend a little bit more, I'm not working in 2 shops but just in 1. So that's a change that I wanted to kind of let my podcast and my community maybe benefit from as well a little. So the Patreon tiers has a blog, so I assume the newsletter will be kind of adding or feeding off of this kind of practice that I already have, where I make posts. I have been sharing some postcards on the Patreon blog, and I do this throughout the summer season when I travel. You have like a little bit of a postcard from a friend to a friend from my travels. And that online has completed, but I've got a little surprise for my Yarnchix Letters subscribers over on Patreon, because I've actually got each one of you a postcard whilst we were on our trip, and I haven't finished writing them, and I wanted to write them all and then send them all in one big go so that you all have your own like real letter postcard from my summer trip. And we're returning to London for a long weekend, so I thought, why not finish them so that at least the local mail can carry the local postcards. So my UK subscribers to the Yarnchix letter will have that postcard there, and I will send them all to Germany and America before, or yeah, I have subscribers also in Australia, but like the overseas I will send a little bit earlier, trying to actually time the arrival of the postcards into kind of one lump early October. So Yarnchix letter subscribers, watch out, you'll be receiving a postcard from me from my England trip. I'm very excited about that. So that's 2 of the 4 tiers I have. The other tier is a vlog, and I have actually filmed and photographed and documented this Flutterbutt shirt in a little bit more detail, and I filmed a little bit about the tension before and blocking, and it's a very specific little vlog which is project based, and I have done these in the past and I really enjoy sharing a little bit more detail about just one project. So it's not like a chatty podcast about all the projects, but it's like a project related vlog. So I have got this coming up for you. It will be edited, I guess, now in this time between September and October. Then the Yarnchix zinists, which are the ones who are supporting me and receive kind of bigger mail, like, you know, an occasional piece of art or something I would have picked up on my travels, or a little treat, like they had product previews, for example, and I sent them a summer knitting tote that I sell in. Obviously I still sell these, although summer is almost dwindling, but I still sell these summer knitting totes in my Etsy shop. So they all received one of these, and they will receive some mail from me with another little art piece that I hope that they really enjoy. And again, that will be kind of September melting into October will be that, and I guess in October I will finally have the time to record a little extra podcast for you as well. I do these every quarter year, so every 3 months there's a kind of secret small podcast to kind of document progress and whips on their journey before podcast episode 56 and podcast 57. Which will be coming in October, which is a few free content here on my YouTube channel. I think that is all the different tiers. Oh, and last but not least, I have an online knit night through Patreon. We meet on Zoom once a month, and we had a break over the summer months, mainly because July was like a school holiday, and then August we started back in the last week of August, and I'd completely actually forgotten how that first week of school is, so we haven't had online knit night for 2 months. So we will definitely have one now in the last week of September, and we find out the best possible date and time through a poll. I've shared that on Patreon now, so you should be able to vote if you're one of my supporters. And then all Patreon subscribers, you know, it doesn't matter, just like, you know, for $1 a month you can come and join these online knit nights. They're super fun, and we just sit together and share about projects, show what we're knitting, and it's kind of like I call them knit and life check-ins, and they're really lovely and very warm and welcoming. And we will have these knit life check-ins every month now. There will be a poll for the October one as well. And I am dreaming up of all the kind of summer winding up content, like an ice cream shop review that I share with my kids. Maybe I'll write a recipe. So just watch that space for lots of funny blog and vlog content. Ooh, okay, and as I'm closing this little Yarnchix news episode, I wanted to come back to this drawing again. So Magic 3 Mile is always running throughout summer. We start on the 1st of May, and I finished the set and already gifted it. I finished this set, which stayed in my family, with the little frog pocket pouch by Imogen Denton, the pattern, and Amanda dress. And I'm currently working away on this Penguino. I finished the bow tie scarf. Oh god, that color. I'm just looking at the screen. It just pops. It's so cute. It still has a stitch marker connected. Yeah, it's so nice. So this will be gifted, and then I've got on my needles this beautifully pink, and then with a neon pop yellow. See, here it is, that yellow again. And I started one side, the underarm, and I'm currently finished the underarm on the other side, and I'm currently working on the front of, I guess this is the right front, and I'm mainly using Bay Rosa Puma, and also I'm holding these two double and striping this at the moment. This I absolutely love. It's Keatsgan Suri Alpaca, the Hinterhouse colorway, one of her most beautiful, most subtle and joyous, kind of dusty pink with rusty purpley pink speckles. It's gorgeous. It looks super nice knit up in these stripes. And yeah, I'm just plodding away on this, but realized, you know, this is where I am at. I'll show you a picture here. This is where I'm at. There's no way I will finish until the 1st of October. So, in a live Instagram thing that I did yesterday, I already announced we will be extending the deadline. I hope this brings you joy and happiness, and nobody goes, oh, but I was rushing until the 1st of October. Let's not rush. Let's just extend it till the 1st of December. And I'm gonna grab some of the prices that have already arrived. There's more prices arriving in the mail continuously right now, and I'm so excited to have these beautiful prices and maybe entice more people to join. Magic 3 Mile, we make 3 items for children, a bit like in my drawings you would have seen. It's a top, a bottom, and a toy, or in this case an accessory. And we're very free with, you know, you can interpret this idea however you want. You can make a proper toy, you can make an accessory. This is very classic, like a top, bottom, and a toy. But you know, in this case with the dress, for example, the dress that I mended, that was the bottom, the top was the bag, and the toy was the frog. You know, you can be creative, and mending is highly encouraged. Stash diving is encouraged. Whips, welcome. Double dipping, welcome. Like, I'm double dipping with my Penguino with Nana's BHCF22 MCAL, which is like a stash knitting knit along, and you know, I double dipped with Lino Muka knit along. Find us those knit alongs that we can all double dip in, and you know, let's have a ball, let's have some community crafting. And yeah, I'm very excited. So extended till the 1st of December so that we have nice treats ready, maybe for Christmas. I'm planning a set 4 and set 5 now because my mind is like this now. I think I have all the time in the world. So some of the prices that have arrived, I can't. It's always such a joy to be able to unpack them and have that moment of joyousness. We have some Inaya Yarn that one of these will go into the price and one of them will stay with me. I haven't decided how to divvy it yet, but I feel like I will keep this grayish brown, and the dark brown will go into the box of treats that we will draw from all the finished flat lays at the end. Thank you so much, Marisa, for sending these. So I absolutely love Inaya Yarn, so I'm really glad that I get to gift some further. And then when I was in England, we managed to have a little mail handover with like local mail. Laura made this amazing toy quilt for us, and look at the back of this vintage fabric. Oh my word, it's the cutest. It's like a bear tea party, and also this is like the theme with the front. Oh, I will be finding it hard to part with this gorgeousness, Laura. Oh, it's so beautiful, and I'm so thankful for your mail. It made me very happy to receive at my friend's place, and I will cherish your words. Thank you so much. Then I'm gifting one of the new yarnchix pins, a collaborative design that Caro designed this, and I have them made and decide on the color. And yeah, so the yarnchix pin will be one of the presents that will go with it. I think maybe until December we'll have a new zine, so then that will go in, and we'll definitely have the new yarnchix calendar. Pre-orders go online today, so if you feel like ordering one of my photographic calendars for your 2023 monthly page turner and a little bit of a visual friend in your crafting corner, that'll be me. I'm happy to make a calendar for you. I always open the pre-orders end of September, early October, because I try and make them only like as a pre-order. It's easier for me that way, because calendars I have to purchase, and I always buy like a couple more than I need, which I think is wasteful, but there will be some in a giveaway later on, and you know, try and make it work. And yeah, so I will include a little image here so you can see what the teaser is for Yarnchix Calendar 2023, and one of them will also go into this little set of prizes. Last but really not least, I wanted to chat about my Yarnchix zine. So the most recent one is issue number 12, which has a mending theme, and mending will be like a reoccurring important topic, because I feel it is actually an important thing to me in my life, and I love encouraging myself by having this focus to actually mend things from the mending mountain and not just ignoring it. So this is called the Mending Mountain, and I tried to illustrate this with my risography cover. The next scene will have a risography cover as well, so I'm definitely going to do that, and I might also include like a centerfold. But it is this time a Let's Come Together zine. Basically, I'm opening up. It's like an open call. You can enter any of your writing, maybe artwork, or maybe you have some questions you want to enter, and we can create an interview together. I want to create a collaborative zine. So zine issue number 13 will be like a huddle. It'll be like, you know, feeding itself from the group and from our experiences, and I'd absolutely love for you to send me your things. So it's like an open, these pages are open for more stuff. Last zine I collaborated a lot with Holly, who runs the Gentlemen's Club, or with a friend. So it's a group of people who run these mending workshops, and I had the absolute honor to interview her and have her glorious creativity in these pages. So I realized that actually there's so many of us that are creative and that have thoughts and input, and a lot of you have already said they wanted to contribute something, and maybe in the past it had kind of slipped my mind by the time a zine came around, and I just want to be open for you to just send me these things, and then yeah, I will put it together. I'll be the editor of this communal page turner, so I'm happy to like cut and paste and visualize your ideas, but if you have finished things, send them my way. It's like open to all of you who watch this and who are interested in joining in. This call will also go out somehow through the newsletter. I don't know how to phrase it yet, and how, you know, I'll give you my email address here and you can just send me stuff. But let's see how it goes. So that was the last thing I had to announce. I'm so thankful that you joined me today. I hope it didn't get too chatty and too long, because yarnchix news are meant to be like 20 minutes, 25. Fingers crossed it worked. Have a really great week. Have a good day, and yeah, keep on crafting, keep on communitying. Bye bye.